Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Karina here at Pencils and Proverbs. I'm super excited about today's video because I get to share something that is near and dear to my heart, but also something that I feel like has been a life-saving for me. And it was something that I initially took for granted when I first came to the United States to live. So today, so now that we are finished with homeschool, so my oldest, she just got done with fourth grade, and my youngest, he just got done with kindergarten. And I want you guys to stay tuned because I have the unboxing for the curriculum coming up as to what we're going to be using, what we're going to be doing. I'm super excited about that as well. And in the meantime, so initially when we first started homeschooling, I homeschooled all year round. And so because I wasn't sure where my daughter was in school, we had pulled her out and we had found out that she had gotten tested not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times from the private Christian school that she was going to. And they didn't tell us that she was a really quick learner. And I don't consider myself a really quick learner. My husband doesn't consider himself a really quick learner. So it was one of those things where I wasn't sure what to believe. And I found out that they had lied to us on various occasions. And so I didn't know what to believe. So I figured we are going to hammer this thing out until we find our way. And so one of those ways for me to figure out my way was basically to homeschool my daughter year round for the first 2 years, until I figured out what she liked, and I just basically learned her. And so now that we've been homeschooling for a while, I don't do that anymore. I change it up every year according to the needs of my family and according to what my kids want. So today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is something that we're going to be doing now that school is officially over and we're in between grades. I don't necessarily stop learning with the kids throughout the summer, but I do things that I feel like is beneficial for them that they may use throughout the rest of their lives. So last year when my daughter finished third grade, and she learned money, paper money, coins and all that, what I did was I sent her to the Dollar Tree and she went shopping. I just gave her a $10 bill, go shopping, figure out how to make change because you learned it in the books. Now it's time to put it on paper. She went, one of the times she got ripped off, another time she learned. And so now she knows how to check her change. And so now I feel like a little more confident in giving her a 20 or a $50 bill and say, hey, go to the store and do this, 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 and this. Now, when I was a kid, like my family or whomever I lived with at the time would just send me out on the street. There was no worry of kidnapping or get run over by a car or in backwoods. I don't worry about any of that. Today we have to. So when I bring my daughter to Dollar Tree, I don't necessarily just let her go. I stay in a corner so I can see her, so she still has eyes on her, but she has to think it through and take it from book knowledge to practical knowledge and see how it actually benefits her in real life and make kind of like a grounding effect to how this actually applies in her life. So we've been doing that, and I'm doing that with my son as well. Just something that we do. If it helps, it works for you, great. If not, no worries. But today, I'm excited. All right, let's get back to it. One of the things when I was growing up as a kid that I learned, like we didn't have the luxury of going to the doctor when I was a kid. I didn't go to the dentist until I was 14 or 15 years old was when I made my first visit to the dentist. And so when we got sick growing up, my mom, my dad, my grandmother, the neighbor, whomever I lived with at the time would go out back or go down the gully, and they would come back with something and rub something up, put it in a cheesecloth, or stick it in a coconut, a banana leaf, or put it in a cup, and that's what we would take, and that would be our medicine. Now, when I came to the United States to live, I ditched all of that because I'm like, I don't need any of that. Like, I could just go to the store and go buy it and I'll be fine, until I ended up on 18 prescription medications a day. And then reality kind of set in. And I ended up having to go to school at integrative nutrition several years ago in an effort in trying to get off these medications. I ended up going vegan, raw vegan, vegetarian, back to meat eater, and all the way around again, just trying to get my body healed. And until this day, as I'm speaking to you, I still have ailments and autoimmune diseases that I contracted while I was not doing what I knew to be the right thing. Life caught up with me. So I'm hopeful that in teaching my kids some of these same things that I've learned as a kid, that I ditched, that they'll be able to not just learn them, but actually put them into practice into their own lives, and hopefully carry these things on for generations to come with their own families, with their own kids and their own grandkids. My family wasn't stable like my husband and I. My mom and dad were never married. And so there was no stability for me. I got dragged up, as they would say, which is very different from my daughter and my son. My husband and I have been married for almost 20 years, well, 20 years now. And so it's very different. So I'm hopeful that in helping my kids understand why we do certain things and how to do certain things, then they will be able to carry on and just have more intentionality about living life. So with that in mind, here, this book is what we're going to be doing. It's called With the Skills of Natural Medicine. It's naturopathic approaches to evidence-based medicine, and it's from Campfire curriculum. And what this course is going to do is we're going to, as I show you right there. So it has just step-by-step process. I love the fact that this is one of the we've done a few of the Campfire curriculums already, especially one for resurrection with the Romans and when Jesus came on Palm Sunday and everything like that, and that was really fun. This is another one that we're going to be doing. And this actually just like walk you through the lesson. So we're going to be learning about different teas, potions, lotions, salves, different things that could heal the body, heal the gut, heal the skin, different things like that. And so I feel like it's really super, I'm reconnecting in a sense to my roots, but with a purpose this time. So one of the first lessons is about turmeric. And I did it in another video. I already showed it. You could go back on my channel when I did a grocery haul, a mini grocery haul. And I bought the turmeric ahead of time. So here it is right there. So it looks like ginger, but it's not the same taste as ginger, and is very good for the body. So we're going to be using that. I also have the turmeric tea here that I drink all the time. A friend gifted me with this. We also have hibiscus tea, and these are all stuff that I have in my pantry normally. What I did not have in my pantry normally is I've been dragging my feet for years on buying one of these, and so I finally did, which is our I'm not sure. Let me show how you say it. Marta and pestle. And so we are going to be using that with this to smash and create a lot of things that are like medicinal, so to speak. So I'm super stoked because Campfire curriculums, they're run and owned and operated by veterans. I'm a veteran, so I love that. And not only that, they have practical, biblical things in their curriculum that is life-giving. So it's not just a book that you're going to read or look at and it doesn't make any connections. They make the connections for you in real life. And I love that because it just means that you're not just remembering something for remembrance sake. You're actually putting it into real life. And so I love that about this. And so my daughter, which is about to be 9, my son is 5, and it has the stuff for early learners, growing advanced learners. So there, and then all ages. So I have practical stuff that I am able to put into practice with the kiddos right away. And like, so lesson 1 is about turmeric, right? So we're going to make a turmeric paste. And that's something that they could use in, like, to this day when I eat something, or a lot of people will say, well, how is your skin so clear or smooth? I don't use crazy stuff. I use simple things just because I've used the crazy stuff before and I have the scars for some of it. But turmeric is one of those things. When I was pregnant with my kiddos, I did not use turmeric because turmeric could help you abort a child. But I used turmeric immensely after I had my kids because it pumped up my breast milk supply. And so a little things like that that people don't know or not aware of, this is just my personal experience that I had. It helps with joint pains that I've had a lot of from serving in the military and stuff. So I feel like it's something that they will be able to use, not just now, but for years and years to come. And it's something that is just simple. They could have their hands on it. They could do stuff with it. And so I'm super excited to do that. So that is what we will be doing now that we're in between grades. I'm hoping to get a couple of these done, but this is the first one. And then it will take us a couple of weeks because I'm not on a strict schedule. And I'm more interested in my kids learning and actually remembering and having hands-on experience for something that will benefit them for years to come. So, I think I said a lot, but hopefully it's helpful. You find it helpful. I'm super excited, super stoked. I wanted to share that with you guys because a lot of people just around have asked me, like, do you still homeschool year round? And no, I don't homeschool year round anymore, but I do have things that I think are important for the kids to know, as that is beneficial. So just making that connection, like, you don't want to just remember it just to remember it. So anywho, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and drop the links below for Campfire curriculum. And you guys can go check them out. And I'll also drop the link for my marteling pestle. I got it off Amazon, so you guys could go get your own if you want. And all the other stuff, you can get them at your local grocery store and use them and implement them. Smell teas, mix them, all the different things. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.